Hello everyone, it's Iker with the Funky High Vibes. How are you guys doing? So we're going to do today an unboxing and walkthrough of the Ghetto Tarot. I gotta say, I'm actually pretty much in love with this deck already. I have taken the plastic out, and I've taken the little ribbon that comes inside that keeps the cards together, just to kind of have a little bit faster. But it's absolutely one of, like, I don't know, I'm kind of in love with this deck already, and I haven't used it yet. So it slides out open like that, just from the top lid. Then you have your book, which is not, like, of course, it's your little white book, but you have the archetype here, which is, if you talk about the moon, is the dark or the night. Then you have the light aspect and the shadow aspect, which would be if it's upright or reverse position. Of course, your divinatory meanings are all here. You have your card spread, but that you only have one. That's okay, because I mean, you can find card spreads pretty much anywhere. And then it talks about, like, a little bit of, like, what the Ghetto Tarot is, about the tarot. Tarot is a healing tool. So this book is actually, like, pretty interesting. It does quite have, in a small little landscape, it does have quite a bit. All right, so let's get to the cards. So I'm going to read the back here to you guys. Oh, I'm sorry, let me show you the backs. Isn't that cool? It's like that voodoo drawing that they do. I believe it's called a veve. A lot of voodoo priests and priestesses do, like, designs like this. So I'm going to read the back here a little bit. And it says, see the traditional tarot cards come to life in this creative, provocative, modern deck. The Ghetto Tarot is a photographic interpretation of the well-known traditional Rider-Waite-Smith tarot deck. Set in the Haitian ghetto, these fresh scenes were inspired by those originally created in 1909 by the artist Pamela Coleman Smith. The Ghetto Tarot scenes were replicated by award-winning photographer Alice Smeets with the assistance of a group of Haitian artists called Artistes Hésitants within the Haitian slums and using the only local materials. So Alice Smeets, I believe she is Swedish. I could be wrong, but I believe she's Swedish. I know she's European, and she has been to Haiti many times, and she loves it. So since she got together with the Artistes Hésitants, which actually means artists of the resistance, and she got together with them, and they created this tarot deck, which, as you heard, it's very Rider-Waite-Smith based, and honestly, it really is. So the cards are bigger. I have a Rider-Waite-Smith original here, and you can definitely see the difference, how it's much wider and much taller. Now, for me, I don't find it to be obnoxiously big where I'm, like, stretching my hand to grab the cards. But for you, just so you know, it is bigger and it might be a little bit different. So we have the Fool, which I think is pretty dead on for the Fool. We got the Magician, High Priestess. Like, you can tell that they made it with local. You have the shield here, and it's almost like they just took a Sharpie and drew the Venus symbol on it. But you don't need a lot. Like, this is pretty incredible. And as a Hierophant with the two people here, and then you have even his staff with the 3 prongs is here. This Lovers is actually beautiful. I love this Strength card too. But even the colors, these greens or the purple you saw on the Strength card. This one, of course, as you can see, it was just chalk drawn up on a wall. I mean, this is such a fantastical card and imagery that, like, how do you replicate that with people? So I get why they did that. Death card is really, really interesting. This Devil is very different, of course. I don't know, to be honest. I haven't looked at the book yet to see why they chose this image, but I will. The Tower. This star is gorgeous. And I love how you still get the stars on top. This moon is actually really cool too. I love that. This sun makes me smile every time I see it. Then we get to the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups and the 3. So, again, I touched the colors a little bit, but I find the colors to be so interesting and vivid and bright and just really beautiful. Like, you have the 6 of Cups here, but it's so colorful. I love this. The green with the orange and the reds and the blues. It's really interesting. I love this too. Like they found this mural and just was like, this is perfect. So even though, let's say, for lack of a better word, it's low budget, right? Because it's with local materials, local things. I'm sure most of the things they've already own. Machetes, this would be the Ace of Swords. But they still create such an imagery, provocative, powerful, and very similar to, I love how it says fragile here. I actually love that because it does add something to the card, especially to me when it comes to the 4 of Swords. So I like that added thing, even though I don't think they're even trying to do that. It was just on the box, but that's my opinion. I don't know if they were really trying to do that, but it adds a little something extra. But you see, like with not much done, they were able to replicate an absolutely stunning image. I also like the stop here. It's like he has conquered the bus and the bus is going, but the stops is like, wait, think this through. Then we get the Ace of Pentacles. See, like it's, even the boat back here is there. This one's really cool because then you have the 3 of Pentacles here on top. Which they didn't create this. This was just up here as architecture. But the artists, they saw it and they were like, that's perfect, let's go for it. Get your 5 of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles is working away. That's amazing. And the 10. Him sitting here with the staff. Then we get to the Ace of Brooms, which, as you can see by the fire, it's the Ace of Wands. So machetes are swords and brooms are wands, but then cups and pentacles remain the same. Six of Wands with the victory, with the wreath, yeah. This one, dead on. 7 of Pentacles. 7 of Wands. 8 of Wands. This one's just really cool. I like how he's sitting almost like defeated as a 10 of Wands. You know, a burden, a heavy burden, carrying a lot. Knight of Brooms, Conqueror. Yeah, absolutely. Even the cat, the Queen of Wands with the Queen of Brooms, and even the Black Cat is here. That's awesome. And the King of Brooms. The cardstock is actually really, really good. It's not super like flimsy, which you know that's what you want, and it's going to last you for a long time. So, guys, I hope that you like this review. I hope that you like this walkthrough. This deck has become very quickly one of my favorite decks, just because it's so creative and beautiful and interesting. So I hope that this review helped you. Much love out there.